Alright, shalom, shalom. It's Brother Nasi. Come back to get another video. But before anything, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakarash. Let the Almighty Nakapala, Aslam Shasharala. Let's give double honor to the elders of Israel, which are the elders of Jemes, who will teach well. Wa Shalom, Babla Baki Shasharala, is peace, blessed, elect of Israel. Alright, so basically, this going to be a in transit. I don't want to take too long on it, but it's just, something that was on my spirit. It's going to be a thinking out loud, while I'm on my way to the plantation. Today is December 24, 2020. It's 6:36 a.m. So we just basically just put this on record. I was just, laying down before I got up to get out. Was thinking about, how the Lord actually has everything already, planned out, and how everything basically works, and I was watching a video and I actually seen like clips of a female, actually demasculating, the black man, which, she actually gets, from her father Esau, and I say her father Esau is because that's who she chooses to follow. When you go back, it goes way back to even with Willie Lynch. How to make a slave. He basically demasculated the man and had the black woman, basically counting on, on master, the so-called white, which would be the slave plantation owner, and he basically went into, how to make a slave and how, if you keep these methods, you'll always have the money wrapped around your fingers, so, black women are basically demasculating, the men, which was also what prophesied in the scriptures, and that's what, just showing how, how beautiful it is that the Lord, his works, when you go to the scriptures and they say that a woman shall surpass a man, just rough paraphrasing, being that I'm driving, I'm gonna just quote, a woman shall surpass a man. That's showing demasculation of a man, that a woman, surpasses you, but this was all the way, spoken of from times of ancient man, and it's basically being brought forth throughout the earth now in this time, that we see it, and I believe the scriptures also say, which they prophesied and said things, and we're seeing also in this time now. I think Isaiah said something familiar to those words, on those lines. But yeah, she was basically going in, and you have also tweets that women would tweet. I don't know if brother's seen it, but they was saying that the cops aren't killing Jake men fast enough and things like that. But the moral of all of this is that women, are going to get it the worst, and it's in the scriptures, well, it already happened in history before, where the Lord spoke about, those women that walk around with wanton eyes and stretched forth necks. He basically broke down, the Israelite woman to the T, and that also shows, me reading that and thinking about that, it also shows how, how real the scriptures are, and how you basically can't come against it, because this was the way they was explaining the Jake woman in ancient time, and they was explaining it to the camera stop. I think I was on the point to where they was explaining it to the best way they could, but it was to the T, and what I was about to say, kind of lost my train of thought on it. Satan stopped my video when I was going into it. These things are not new. These things are of old, because when you read into it, it basically spoke about crimson, that they have on their lips. When you go into crimson, crimson, if we all know, it goes into the word red, and it symbolizes, it goes into what the red lipstick that they will wear on their lips, so that's why the scriptures tell you that shall any in Ecclesiastes 1 that anything that ye shall say this is new, the scriptures say, well, there is no new thing under the sun, and when you continue to read down in that chapter, in that verse, It basically goes into how the Lord was basically going to strip them and make them bare, man. You know, so, you know, in order to know the future, all right, you must know the past and how things basically happen. You know, so Lord was saying that he was going to strip them, make them bare. He said instead of sweet smell shall be stink, instead of beauty, you know, he's going to take all the makeup and all of that. He's going to take all of that away. And those things are also coming, all right, in this time. You know, history always repeats itself. So I was just thinking that you know, those same, how the Lord had, you know, those same spirits that was of the ancient time, all right, basically what reincarnated and are saying those same spirits are what here today, you know, and doing the same things that they were doing today, because we have women that wear crimson, wanton eyes. It speaks about how they walked in heels and passing around and the tinkling of the ornaments and bracelets thing. It spoke about these things, you know, so those same spirits are here, you know, and women, all right, push off those same traits, push off those same vibrations, because it's the spirit, you know, that's coming back. Because the scriptures tell you in 2nd Esdras, I believe 14:35, where it say that just real preference, say that we shall live again, and said then shall no, after death then the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then it say that then shall the soul of the righteous be made manifest, and the wicked shall be made manifest also. You know, just real paraphrasing, I know I probably butchered it, but you know, you come back doing, all right, the same thing that you were doing, all right, that, because it's that same spirit. That spirit is going to come back in that same vibration, you know. And that's why the scriptures say what in Numbers, the Lord is long suffering but not willing to forget the iniquity not willing to forget the iniquity, and he say visiting and judging in the 3rd and 4th generation. So every 3rd and 4th generations, that spirit comes back. And I'm just thinking about how the Lord actually have judgment play out, and it's going to have judgment play out on those same people that were of old came back. You know, the Lord created these beings, you know, and he's just recycling them. You know, he created those spirits and he's just recycling them, man. You know, that was just, you know, things that I was thinking about how the Lord works. And when you read the book of Psalms, it tells you that all the works of the Lord are beautiful. Even he loveth judgment. You know, the judgments of the Lord is beautiful. You know, so when the scriptures tell you that the keepers of the house shall tremble, and virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and things like that, you know, going in on women, you know, not really trying to spend too much on visiting them, but you know, they really gonna get it bad. You know, they really gonna have it, you know, a very hard time on the side, you know. And just think about them at that point, you know, it really transpired to me thinking about, you know, reincarnation and those spirits being back if you can receive it, you know. So you know, just think about the works of the Lord and how he already has everything put in place, you know, because not only people come back, but what nations come back, kingdoms reincarnated, kingdoms come back, you know. So with that, you know, I hope that this was edifying. You know, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakarash, the Thamashnak Falaz Kom Shasharala, and Wa Shalom, Wabba Bakiyah Shasharala. Until next time, Shalom.